Morning. We've just parked up at Wat Endleth, where today we're going to do a round of Ullscarf. We parked in the National Trust car park at Wat Endleth Farm. We've head out the farm, took a right, and now we're heading up the pitched path alongside Raysgill. Me, the rock star Tracy, and today we have a special guest, Leo. Come here, lad. Leo. Leo. Leo's a little cockapoo that we often babysit for my friend. We have done for years. He's a little bit out of shape, but he has done a few Wainwrights with us. In fact, he's even done Scafell Pike. So,
and Helvellyn.
And Helvellyn in a blizzard. So come on, Leo, lad. Wrong way. Here he is.
You can do it.
That's Wat Endleth Tarn behind us now. And to our left, we've got Grangefell and Joppelty Howe. Our first destination will be Blee Tarn, and then we're going to head up to Coldbarrow Fell and then Ullscarf. Along the ridge of Joppelty Howe there, on the end we have Eartha Knot. A little further up the path here we'll start bearing right along this tree line, heading in the direction of Blee Tarn. At the top of the steps, head through the gate here and start walking away from Raysgill. So once you get to this wall, ignore the path that leaves it, heading up to High Tove, and follow the wall, keeping it to your right. So our first hill is just up there ahead of us. It's still a fair distance. Coldbarrow Fell or High Saddle, and it's a Birket. You can't see Ullscarf yet as it's behind it. So just beyond this crag in front of us here, we should get our first look at Bleetarn. The route from Bleetarn to Coldbarrow Fell is more or less off-piste, but it's a Birkett, so I'm sure there'll be some form of a sketchy path on the ground. This path from Wet Endleth to Bleetarn's very boggy, very wet. And there's Bleetarn now, just starting to show. So we're going to keep to the right of it and head up there somewhere. Here's Bleetarn, and there's some kind of sign here. I can't remember what the sign says. I think I've been over here before. I can't remember, many years ago if I have. As I said before, it is wet. It's basically just a sign telling us of the footpath that we've just came up from Wet Endleth, avoiding Bleetarn Gill. We're going to cross the gill and head up there. Cross the outflow of the tarn anywhere you can. This looks okay.
Come on, good boy.
So we'll more or less just keep to the centre of the ridge and head for the summit. Low saddle first and then high saddle. To our left across Bleetarn we've got Helvellyn, Nethermost Pike, Dollywagon Pike and Fairfield. Standing crag here in the foreground. The summit of Low Saddle, 656 metres. It's a Nuttall and a Birkett. We're going to drop into the Col there, then up to High Saddle, Coldbarrow Fell and then Ullscarf beyond it. The summit of High Saddle or Coldbarrow Fell, 675 metres. It's a Birkett. These three have beaten me up. So from the summit of High Saddle in the foreground here we've got Eagle Crag. Behind that we've got Bow Fell and the Crinkle Crags. Behind that we've got the Scar Fells. In the foreground here behind Eagle Crag we've got the ridge of Glaramara. Behind that we've got Great Gable, Green Gable, Base Brown. Behind Base Brown we've got Pillar. To the right of Pillar we've got the Buttermere Fells. Below the Buttermere Fells we've got Black Star above Onister Slate Mine. And from there we've got Dalehead, High Spy, Maiden Moor, Cat Bells, Derwent Water and Skidder. From High Saddle we'll head for the fence and then up to Old Scarf. It's not too far, and then from Old Scarf we're going to drop back down and then take a different route back into Wat Endleth. So you need to cross the fence at this point, but you can see there's two stones being placed there. We easily got over there, and just a little bit further up the fence there's a big gap in the bottom where we got Leo and Billy through, just there. The summit of Old Scarf, 726 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt, a Hewitt, a Nuttall and a Hump. So from Old Scarf we're going to head back down to High Saddle, where we're going to take the path to Docktarn and then back down to Wat Endleth. So once you get back down to Low Saddle, the path runs round the bottom there to the left hand side, and that path will eventually get us back to Docktarn. There's Wat Endleth Tarn, Derwent Water and Bassenthwaite below us. Green Coombe, this flat ground below us is called. just before we get to Docktarn. Wow, it's boggy down here. Got to cross these peat hags. No way through there. We'll try over here. We'll try here.
Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad. I'm going to disappear in a minute.
Step on the grass, tufts.
Oh my god. I don't remember this.
We're through. The path's a bit sketchy. It kind of ran out in the middle of them peat hags, so we had to work our way through them, and then once we got through them we've caught up with this sketchy looking bit of path again. If you're looking for a path on the OS map across this flat, wet, marshy, heathery ground, don't bother, because there isn't one. We're not too far off Docktarn now. So we've actually made it to Docktarn. My advice would be, from Low Saddle, go a different way. It's been very wet and that ground was hard, soaking, boggy and wet. We crossed it once a few years ago and it was bone dry, but a different story altogether when it's been wet. So I'm right on the edge of Docktarn here. It's absolutely beautiful. There you go. Our path now to Wat Endleth is easy going, but coming over there was not easy at all. There's some guys just coming over, look, so there is a recognised route, but no, the path's so sketchy you can hardly find it. So from Docktarn we're going to head back down to Wat Endleth. So Tracy, what did you think of your route today?
A bit of a challenge, I would say.
From
Low Saddle.
Low Saddle? Yeah.
And the peat hags, really.
Bit wet, wasn't it?
Very wet ground. I kind of must admit I did lead you off the path a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was a bit rough going.
So yeah, if you want any information on today's route, please head over to Tracy's channel, Essex Girl in the Wild. So Leo had a little bit of an accident. He fell in a bog all the way up to his chin. Chinny chin. I think he's still wagging his tail low, isn't he? Oh, he's got a little bit of a spurt on again. He must can smell the ice cream shop. Go on, Billy. Go on, Leo. So that's us almost back down to the tarn and the farm. Today's route was about 7.5 mile, bit of an interesting one. A lot of it was off-piste and a bit sketchy and a bit wet. My advice would be, hopefully if we do get a summer this year, to cross that ground from Low Saddle to Dock Tarn when it's a bit drier. It was very wet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We have done it in the past in dry weather and it was nothing like as bad as today. So yeah, it's been a great walk, lovely weather. I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please think about giving me a subscribe. I'm Tracy too, Essex Girl in the Wild.
Thank you.
So it's goodbye from me, goodbye from our lad the Rockstar, who's more interested in the tarn, and our little lad Leo, who's
The badger.
turned his back on me. So today's walk takes us from Wat Endleth Tarn, up Raysgill and then along Robin Bank Crag, all the way to Blee Tarn. And from Blee Tarn up the ridge of Low Saddle and High Saddle, or Coldbarrow Fell, and then along to Ullscarf. Dropping back down from Ullscarf to Low Saddle, we then crossed some very rough boggy ground down to Green Coombe and eventually Dock Tarn. From Dock Tarn we took the pitched path, which is also very rough and wet, all the way back down to the farm track to Wat Endleth Tarn and the farm.